Hey boys, what is up? Yeah, today I've been playing a lot of Countryballs 1890 as of lately. Specifically, I've been taking advantage of the feature where you can upgrade your country balls, like with Austria. As you can see, I have buffed it, but that's not why we're here. Today, I'm gonna play as the Netherlands, because there's something very cool I want to show y'all. Look at this empire. Absolutely gigantic. And if we go to diplomacy, the only country left is Portugal. I've even managed to take down the rebels as a puppet. They're all the way down here, by the way. And yeah, Portugal is the final nation standing in our way. So let's declare war. Look at all the pop-ups. Seriously, it's a lot of pop-ups. Hopefully I'll be able to get them as a puppet state. So yeah. Also, when I annex all my puppets, I'll save one puppet for last. So, alright, I'm probably gonna have to... Actually, you know what? I have a good idea, but I'll apply it once I've done all my stuff. So, Portugal has a ton of garrisons. 44, 27 right above it. Actually, that isn't much. Damn, Portugal, you're at war of literally the entire map. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna beeline to Madrid. First, I'm gonna show off my main army of just soldiers. I've hired a bunch of, like... I've annexed one of my puppets that had Bavaria. Because I puppeted Bavaria in Austria. Well, I managed to keep Bavaria, like the land, for myself. And in the barracks, they have these kinds of soldiers with this type of gun and these stats. Also, hold on. Oh, we got blade map. Crap. Alright, I'm gonna give this to you. Hopefully I land a crit and get some. Okay, well, I couldn't even land a crit. That was rude. Okay, I'm gonna encircle Barcelona. And now I'll show off the puppet army. Way bigger. We have a lot of stuff. Austria, Serbia, Georgia, Norway, Baden, Tunisia, Egypt, USSR, Lithuania, Romania, Ireland, the rebels. I couldn't even get to finish. So I'm gonna have to do that all over again. Oh wait, I accidentally summoned the entire army. Yeah, this is so overkill. Like, I don't even have to do anything. All I have to do is just... Like, and the thing is, the only country that I took advantage of my buff stats with to puppet was Great Britain. Well, I mean, technically, I did kind of do that with some other countries. But I had to, like, conquer them, and then I was able to use my buff stats. And also, I forgot to do the strat. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, there... Oh, wait, this is 114 V1. Holy crap, look at this army. It can't even fully load. Portugal is just gonna get mauled out here. Moment of silence. Yeah, as of me recording this, I haven't worked on the Crusade of the Darkness redesigns because I've actually been sketching my ideas first. Because I feel like it's better for me to like think about what designs I'll go with rather than just thinking of it right off the bat. Most importantly, Francel and Leah during Scorching Flames or like Twinkle. That design looks so bunt. It barely looked better. I was thinking of something like the Liquidator from Universal Collision, specifically the first form, before Evil Stewie just starts ascending into the air. Where it's like Retep and Evil Stewie fused with each other, but fused in a way so you could see both of their heads and both of their bodies, and not like in one entire like being. And also for Elemental Phoenix, I've been honestly, I don't really have too much ideas for him yet. All I want to do is just give him less arms, and also to transfer Jonathan's like handgun from like the side instead of the main area. Because it looks, also the amount of arms looked kind of cluttered. Like, you know, you have Vince's arm stretching out, Khaled's arm stretching out, Jonathan's arm stretching out, and it just looked bad. Like, everything else about the Elemental Phoenix's looks was fine. Besides that did not look fine. So, yeah. And for Elise, specifically her car wreck design, I've been thinking a lot of redesigns for that as well. So, oh, and we lost. All right. Well, I mean, like, not like it's gonna matter. All right. Estonia, Poland, Tsarist Russia, Romania, Spain with the katana, Persia with the katana, Lithuania, Bavaria, Italy. I couldn't even finish. We won. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put every single soldier right in the capital. Alright. And I'm gonna take from the Brits. Sorry, Britain. It's for a good cause, don't worry. And what we're gonna do is we're going to use this to defend our the cities so that we can advance further without having to worry about like Portugal taking some land. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Now I'm just gonna have to repeat it for the other provinces. All right, so yeah, now that we have a defensive line, hopefully, yeah, Portugal is falling right into my trap. They're planning. I mean, my plan shall work. Now I'm gonna take care of the big stuff. So first I'm gonna deal with this to make the borders kind of look aesthetically pleasing, I guess. Yeah, look at this. We got Ireland, Egypt, Morocco, the tank destroyer, Saxony, Norway. Bro, they couldn't even finish the first row. But now, oh wait, I forgot to pick up my army. Hold on. Let's just speed blitz through this. Alright, Portugal, a 54 versus 58 battle. This will actually be, well, not really. Look at all the tanks Portugal has. I'm just swatting them down left and right. Boom, boom. Here comes Spain, boom, with the katana. Boom. Okay, that didn't die. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, kaboom. Everyone's dying out here. Hopefully they go after the tanks, because it's more like a minor inconvenience for me to regen my health. Because, you know. Okay, good. They're going after the tanks. Yes, let's go. They went after the tanks. Serve me with that little cutlass. Oh, wait, I have to pick now. Alright, you die. Tunisia. We got Georgia out here. It was so annoying having to fight Georgia, honestly. Poland, Morocco, the tank destroyer, but they don't got any tanks to destroy. Iraq. I really like that Iraq flag, but there's kind of a reason why they didn't keep it using it. Saxony, Greece, the USSR, the rebels, once largest, now reduced to just Kurdistan, Bavaria, Romania, and Persia, the katana wielder. But Portugal still got an army. Ooh, alright. I don't really want to skip any moments, because I want to bear the full battle with you guys, or the full, like, thing with you guys, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna talk about my new room real quick, and I'm gonna say that it is a very nice room. I think my favorite thing to do in my room is, like, whenever it's like around 9:50, what I usually do is I just take my phone and I just doom scroll on either TikTok or I go through my downloads. And last night, even though my family was staying up until like 10:30, I mean, I technically stayed up until 10:30 as well. But, like, you know, I was still just hopping to bed and on my phone. That's how nice of a feeling it was. Even though I was basically scrolling through the same liked TikTok vids all over again. In fact, it was such a good feeling that, okay, I don't know where I was going with that. Alright, that's one of the big garrisons down, and now you just have these smaller ones. I think I could take them down with just my rebel army. Hold up. Wait, let me see if my puppet army outnumbers them. Oh, we easily do. We got a... oh, wait, I already noticed it, but we got a curse. Boom. Haha, now you can't do it any attack. And now you watch as my entire army destroys you. We got Persia, Italy, Greece, Norway, Lebanon, Bavaria, Russia, Austria. Me, I'm gonna kill this tank. Estonia, the rebels with their pirate sword. Kinda fitting. Soviets, the Serbs. And the tank destroyer doing its thing. Lithuania, Tunisia, Libya, Iceland, Palestine, Azerbaijan, Latvia. We got Iraq with their cool katana. Hejaz, Spain, going in for the slice and dice. Ireland, Georgia, boom. Baden, Albania, my OG Britain, and Bulgaria. Oh, they brought their tank back. Oh, and that battle was way too easy. Portugal, you should just surrender now at this point. You know what? Let's divide. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna divide the country in half. I'll focus on defeating mainland Portugal before, you know, doing the other stuff. I'm probably gonna have to like remilitarize everything again. So that kind of sucks. Okay, first of all, let's leave my troops here, cause why not? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these soldiers, and then we're just gonna put them here. And then I'm gonna take 10 from Spain, and then we're gonna put them in that piece of territory. And then once I conquer the other province, I'll do the same. That way, Portugal has no shot of getting the territory back. Oh wait, I just realized we're outnumbered. It doesn't matter. My army is gonna my puppet army, I mean, is gonna absolutely wipe the floor with the Portuguese militias. Look at this. Yeah, I've been playing this game because, you know, the new Countryballs 1930 game looks oddly similar. There's like cards and mini games like Countryballs 1890, so I figured, why not just play Countryballs 1890 while we wait for Countryballs 1930? I gotta say, it looks hype. Actually, I don't even know if the game's already out. It's June, I think 3? Yeah, no, actually no, it's still June 2. As of me recording this. As of me recording this, I don't know if the game is out or not. But yeah, look at this massacre. Of course, I'm always being placed in like the near last area for some reason. This game won't let me ore farm. Alright, we got some shots fired from the... Why are they always giving their soldiers like that weird handgun pistol thingy? Portugal at the very back. And good thing I didn't take damage. Okay. Alright, we got all of the puppets. Just guns blazing. Except for Spain, going in with the katana. And then you've got even more guns blazing. Except we got Serbia with their cutlass. And then we got Italy, Georgia. You look a lot like Stalin. Maybe that's why Stalin was born in Georgia. Bavaria, Egypt, Romania, Soviets, Poland, Persia. That voice crack was forced, by the way. Do not laugh. You got Iraq with their cool katana. Let's end it off. Libya. Alright, we've split the Portuguese. So let's take some troops from the British. And let's place them right here. How much should we even take? Oh, it's like way more than 10. Now let's go take these troops back. Please. Alright. Hopefully Portugal didn't blast through them. Oh no, they did! Oh crap! It looks like they did. Okay, but Bavaria is going in though. Bavaria is attacking. So that means we most likely, I'm saying most likely, will have enough to go towards the Portuguese mainland and stuff. So let's just absolutely execute the Portuguese real quick. I think this is also the first game I've ever completed as the Netherlands. I want to save Lisbon for later, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save Lisbon for later. And since Portugal doesn't have too much of like a defense in the rest of their cities, it was just those cities I took down that had a lot of defense. I'll most likely just be able to put my Dutch militias and I'll be perfectly fine. And even if they do land the counterattack, I'm gonna counter attack them anyway, so there's really no point. You know what? I'll save I'm gonna save Lisbon for later. Lisbon later. Yeah, 9-0. And it looks like my puppet can easily deal with this. So yeah. Alright, it's time to go march in and reclaim some of the land that we stole. It would have been kind of fitting if I gave the land to Spain. I wish there was a land giving feature in this game. Like not just Countryballs 1890 at war, but also 1890. Think about it. You could have like Greater Netherlands. I don't even have France as a puppet. It's like if I can just make Baden like Burgundy or some. Britain can have all of like the Angevin stuff. Saxony will have like an Eastern German Empire. Poland can have like their little thing. Romania is just the new Ukraine, so I'll make them like the Kievan Rus. Why is Estonia here? Why is Estonia all the way there? Alright, but let's go deal with this last battle in Seville. David Seville. Why am I pressing join without army? I don't even have an army anymore. I'm a no army nation. I'm purely relying on my puppet states to do all the heavy lifting. Also, imagine like a rebellion option in nightmare mode. That would be insane. Like, there's like a random chance for your puppets to just turn against you. That would be actually kind of cool. Okay, hopefully Portugal doesn't take the land and stuff. Oh, they broke through one of the defenses. Oh wait, but Bavaria is low-key sweeping them here. Okay, what's the game plan? Bavaria can easily do this crap themselves. Okay, I'll defend Seville. And then what? Okay, actually wait. I can probably target here. Oh, that would be a 1v1. I'd probably get kind of cooked. Yeah, see what I mean? I'm relying on my puppets. This is what I meant. Katana, pistol. Katana, why am I saying pistol? Snapper, speeder, gun, and I couldn't even get to say cutlass. Alright. I feel like we shouldn't really help Bavaria with these. Okay, I'm gonna clear the southern front. I'm feeling like an actual war general, like planning how I'm gonna friggin' invade Portugal and stuff. Hopefully, my army doesn't get wiped out in like the land that Portugal is attacking. Like, down here. Otherwise, I'd get kinda cooked. Okay, let's go and defend Seville. Why am I... Okay, I'm gonna give myself more mana. I gave Iraq more mana. What am I yapping about? Also, damn, Norway just halved Portugal's health. For the rest of them to come in with the slaughter. And you know what? Let's encircle Portugal in Gibraltar. I'm calling this region Gibraltar. Can I stop winning rolls, please? You know what? Let's put on the Blade Master. And let's destroy Portugal. We halved their health for the rest to come in and attack. and the rebels just came in with 1.4k damage. That is insane. Obviously, we're upping our attack. Okay, please, Southern divisions don't get eliminated. They didn't. Nice. Alright, this will be the battle, or this turn will be the turn that ends all turns. Alright, let's begin the assassination, the execution. This is a Europa type execution. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Actually, oh yeah, alright, it's time to close the encirclement. Oh, we lost. Let's go. I'm actually happy. Alright. Latvia got attacked. Latvia got attacked. And Georgia got attacked. Latvia. Why is everyone targeting Latvia? You know what? You started this. I'm killing you. Yeah, you started. Yeah, Latvia's getting their payback. I'm like, hell nah, twin. Also, when I was playing this game, I wanted to attack Palestine, and for some reason, Palestine only had 21 health, and all of their stats were on defense. But this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Lisbon. The final city. Look at the little map on the bottom right. All of this red is my empire. And the final smidge of yellow is the last resistance Europe has from Dutch domination. I am so tempted to make it like a 1v1. You know what? Let's go back to our old roots. 1v1. It will be very embarrassing if I lose this. So we're gonna go all out. I'm crashing out. Yeah, more. Give me more. Give me more of that attack power. Chocolate? Don't mind if I do. Let's get some more bullets. Some more chocolate. Some more chocolate. Some more water. Some more chocolate. Actually, more chocolate. Blade Master, yes. Water, water, bullets, 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 and in a bunch of still water. We're doing so much damage. Or we are gonna do so much damage, I mean. A curse! Let's go! Just what I needed. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The final shot. Portugal is dead. Boom. Puppet state. And now, when we end the turn, let's go! Achievement unlocked. No soldiers. And I leveled up on my Google Play account. That's an unexpected achievement. Let's go. But there's one thing we need to do. And it is to say goodbye to all of our puppet states. Very unfortunate. But I will end off the final puppet, or the first puppet I've ever made, and the last puppet I've ever made for last. So yeah. Egypt, Bulgaria. Over 100 turns. And we've finally done it. Damn. It feels so sad just getting rid of all of these puppet states. Let's go to the second page here. Let's remove all of them. This is actually such a monumental achievement in more reasons than one. Because, you know, there's the obvious, ooh, I conquered Europe with the Netherlands out of all countries. But it's also because, and this is a confession, I've never conquered the whole map. Not just in like these kinds of modes where there's like the rebels and stuff, but I've also never managed to conquer the entire map. I just completed the objectives and I was done. I never like wanted to actively conquer the entire map. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to get the objectives done and dusted, get my country ball, and boom, that's save, gone from the plane of existence. So yeah. Portugal, I'm also gonna save you for later. So, also shout out to Persia for really helping me against Georgia, and for Bavaria for like really helping me against Portugal. So, alright, Poland and Lithuania, they're down. Latvia and Estonia, they're down too. Man. Alright, 2 more turns, and then I'll be able to arrive to the puppets that I really want to annex. And boom! And that leaves 2. Britain and Portugal. Historical besties. Now, Portugal. Hold on, where are you? You were a tough opponent, to say the least. Not the toughest I've had, but the most try-hard I had to be. Because I had to place all my divisions so you wouldn't, conquer them. And, you were an ally of me against Spain. And a lot of stuff that I forgot about. Sorry, but it's time for you to be integrated. And lastly, Great Britain. You helped me against France. You were my first bit of... You gave rise to my first army. You were my country, bro. We were conquering Europe together, side by side. Not as Germanic brothers, but as homies. Homies for life. So, it pains me to say that it's time you go. And there it is. The Dutch Empire stands alone in the history of Europe. All of these ethnicities united under the Europeans, under the Netherlands. North Africa, Arabia and Persia, the Caucasus, Central Asia, all of Russia, the Nordics, the British Isles, Iberia, Italy, the Balkans, this area, Germany, Eastern Europe, the Baltics, France, all of this from Amsterdam, which only has a barracks and a shop. Speaking of which, let's just go all out to celebrate this. Let's go all out, buy all the weapons that I hopefully can buy, that is. Boom. Let's go grab the pistols too while we're at it. Let's grab this, let's grab this. Yeah. We went on a little bit of a shopping spree there. Look at all of this. Let's sell the mana stuff. Let's sell the chocolate, the Blade Master, the curse. It feels so refreshing to finally be able to press this button. Let's go to the playground. And now, where he at? There you are. There you are, little bro. Let's give him a job. Oh, wait, we can't give him a job. Hold on. Oh, wait, there's a coffee shop. Alright, I'm gonna put it, like, right here. Can we give him a job there? Hold on. Yeah, coffee seller. Yeah, you're a coffee seller. Let's also have, like, a little burger restaurant. We can do a little bit of role-playing around here. Let's also have an ice cream shop. I'm gonna put the Netherlands, like, right here. And then I'm gonna make the German Empire the burger chef. And then I'll make, I don't know, America. Actually, no, I should have made America burger chef. Yeah, there we go. And in Germany, you'll be the ice cream seller. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys want to see more Countryballs 1890 videos and want me to play the new game when it releases, then make sure you guys like and subscribe.